Hey y'all, welcome back to Fat Cat Flossing. I'm Leslie and this is the crazy. I apologize right now. I have girls yodeling in the background. Just assume you're going to hear lots of horny kitties. Thanks for coming back, y'all. I appreciate it, whether you're here for the first time or you're here if you're crazy enough to have come back again for a second dose of the crazy. I'm sorry, I've got a smear on my glasses. It's driving me nuts. This is episode, I think, 72, and today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2019. This month is flying by. It has been manic indeed. I don't have a whole lot of news about anything. It's been busy as usual around here. I did have a really sad day yesterday because little Quinley, the kitten that wasn't doing well, went to heaven yesterday morning. And I'm not going to talk much about that or I'll cry, but I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who offered support about that on my Instagram post. Y'all really touched my heart. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Come here. Come here. And another kitty, Praline, is visiting and about to knock over my stack of whips. Stop doing that, baby. Come here. Come here, Praline. Come say hi. Turns out, oh, sorry. Praline had gone to San Antonio to be bred to one of my friend Char's boys, but turns out she's not pregnant, so she's the one doing most of the yodeling in the background. And she's just gonna have to yodel for a little longer because I have 3 girls due in June, so I'm not gonna breed her quite yet. I'll probably let her maybe the next heat. We'll see what's going on at that point. But Praline says hi. Anyway, thank y'all for all your kind comments about Quinley. I sure appreciate your prayers and your support. Other than that, it's just another day at the office around here. As usual, the crazy is strong. Y'all pardon me while I get a drink. I've been late getting back to do this video because I just was busy and getting up every couple hours to try to feed sick baby and everything. So I didn't get a video done last week on time, but we'll see what I can get accomplished today. I have gotten a fair amount of stitching done. Don't want to show them off to you. So let's get started. I actually have 3, yes, count them, 3 hold finishes. I'm so goofy, y'all. I almost said I have 3 finishes. The first one I've been working on for a while. This is Joyeux Noel from Blackbird Designs, and it is from one of their older books that is, I believe, out of print now, and I keep meaning to look up the name of the book. I think it may be Joyeux Noel, and I keep forgetting to do it. But this book is on loan to me from Pam and Steph. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to have it so I can finish my the bird everybody did last year. Crap. The big cardinal. I can't remember the name of. Oh, if I only had a brain. Me and the Tin Man. But anyway, was it the Tin Man? No, it was the Scarecrow that needed a brain. See, I can't even remember that. But I do know that I had a finish on Joyeux Noel. And I am extremely happy with how it turned out. There are some specialty stitches in it. There's some Smyrna crosses, some 4-sided stitch, and I think there's something else. Although it escapes me now what it is. I did change this up a little bit. Instead of saying Joyeux Noel, because I wanted to be able to keep it out year-round, it now says Bienvenue les amis, which is welcome friends in French. I did do it in the French since the Joyeux Noel was French. And I think it turned out really, really pretty. I need to pull out my frames and see if I've got anything that'll fit this and try to get it framed up. I also added a couple of borders since I'm doing that, this holly border on the piece with the cardinal. I didn't want to do the holly here, also because I'm going to leave it out all year. So I substituted from another Blackbird Designs pattern this tulip border, and also these little side-lying hearts are from that same other BBD pattern. But I'm very happy with it. It's on 36 count. This is a fabric, I don't remember the name of it. It's a very soft gray blue color. It's really blowing out. I have to take my word for it. It's a soft gray blue. It's from XG Designs, 36 count. And this is stitched with a miscellany of silk threads from my stash that included Silks for You, Belle Soie, NPI. I think there was a Gloriana in there. Anyway, it was a smorgasbord of silk thread, but super duper happy with it. I sure wish for once I would get a good screenshot, because I never ever do. That won't be it. Count on it, won't be it. But anyway, very happy with that one. I finished this one, I don't know, that last weekend of April. But very happy to be done with that. My stacks have stacks, I'm sorry. And I'm super, apparently my lunch was really salty because I'm super thirsty. Okay, my next finish. I think I had just barely started this for the last video. Somebody is sharpening their claws on my couch. Hey, stop doing that. This is In Full Glory, also from Blackbird Designs. And this is from the Sweetland of Liberty book, which I had. But Lynette and a bunch of folks that went to the Frugal Yankee Retreat had talked about doing something from this book. And of course, I can't resist, so I had to join in. And I finished this, I don't know, first couple days of May sometime. I don't think I wrote it down. But I'm real happy with the way it turned out. I'm gonna do a little pen pillow with it. These are a few of the called for, and the rest I just pulled from my mostly Victorian motto stash. I did make a couple of changes. For instance, the eagle was not charted with a white tail and gold feet, and I did change that. And it seems like maybe I changed something else, but I no longer remember what. I left out the initial over here. I wasn't crazy about the way it was going to look. I thought it was going to make it look really crowded there, and the H for Hurley would have been too wide, so I just left that out. And I think I will probably go back before I finish it into a pen pillow and just put like maybe over 2019 and my initials right here. But super, super happy with how that turned out. I think it's very, very cute. Very happy with it. That's In Full Glory from Blackbird Designs. Put it back in the stack. Okay, and then, because it was MAYNIA, oh wait, I had another finish. Almost forget it. That's what my son used to say when he was a little kid. For some reason, forgot was not in his vocabulary, so he forgetted it. And I forget it. Anyway, I've been doing the Pat Carson layout of the Little Chic Virtue patterns. And on that first Saturday of May, whatever that was, I think it was like maybe May 4th, 3rd, 4th, I started Courage from the Little Chic Virtues from Little House Needleworks. And I finished it the next day. And oh, there it is. There it is. These flosses are all just again, a smorgasbord. A few of the call for, but mostly Victorian motto that I've just pulled from my stash. And I just chose colors as I went along. There was no rhyme, no reason to anything. But this gets me, I'm still current. I have 5 done, and it's the 5th month of the year. So if I behave and do what I'm supposed to do, I am on track, hopefully, to finish this by the end of the year. And I think it's really, really cute. It's very sweet. And I'm kind of in a place in my life that I need to reflect on that peace and courage and faith thing. So super happy with that. I don't know which one I'm going to do next, just whichever one calls to me when I pull it out. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm taking a minute to put it away because I've got a mess. A big, big mess. A big old mess. Super big mess. Okay. And then I worked some in between new starts and that stuff on, I'm sorry, they are really yodeling. Beanie and Praline are having a yodel fest. I worked a little bit on some of my existing whips, one of which was Fractur Flowers from La Di Da. And I think I pulled this one out because I could do some kind of mindless stitching on it. Oh, I forgot to say, the Little Sheep Virtues is on 36 count vintage country mocha, I think. Sorry, I've got a needle stuck in this one somewhere. I gotta find it. Fractur Flowers from La Di Da. And I was watching something on TV with Steve and I just needed some kind of mindless stitching, and I've got lots and lots of red to fill in that urn. So that's what I did. That's all I accomplished on this was I filled in probably from most of where the top legs or arms or pieces, parts of whatever that thing is, down. So just this red from here. So this is Julie McConnell's conversion. It's still, I think, mostly gassed in Classic Color Works, but it's her conversion of colors, and it's on 36 count murky. And I can't give you that conversion because it's Julie's, but if you can contact her to get it from her, as long as you're willing to purchase the threads from her. And I love how vibrant and pretty that is. And then, because I have a plan, this was my New Year's Day start. This is Love Never Fails from Barbara Anna. And this is the Loved One Sal on Instagram. And I'll put that tag below. I started this on New Year's Day. At the time that Steve and I got married in 2003, I was on my 15-year cross-stitch hiatus. And I don't have any kind of commemorative anniversary or wedding sample or anything for us. So that's what I'm doing this for, and I love it. It's from Barbara Anna. And ideally, my anniversary is August 7th. Ideally, I would like to have this done by my anniversary. I'm not sure that I think that's realistic, but I'm trying, so we'll see. And I worked on this left side on it, or I guess right side as you're looking at it. And I had the top half of the guy pretty much outlined, but I added his feet and started that kind of quilty looking part down at the bottom in those little urns. And boy, now that I look at it, that one urn sure looks higher than the other. I'm gonna have to check that. And I've added, I think, this little motif here, the key, and I think maybe I had started this flower but not finished it, and I added these swirls and this flower up here. So most of all that's left to do on him is just fill in. So that'll be when I need some kind of mindless stitching to do. I'll work on him. Now I haven't done anything to the other side. I'm going to talk about these before I get to haul. These are called, I've forgotten. They're not clings. I'll link them below. Anyway, they are a little rubbery clip, kind of a C-clip looking thing. They're actually meant to put around spools of thread to keep your thread from unraveling, but they work beautifully to keep your fabric rolled up if you're working with a bigger piece of fabric like this one. So there's the whole thing. And if I can think of what these are called, I will let you know. But I'll put the link. I got 12 of them from Amazon for I think $5.99. And like I said, they work beautifully if you've got a big piece of fabric for kind of keeping your fabric out of the way. I saw somebody. Jackie, was that you? think maybe it was Jackie Campbell with Cross My Stitches that showed them, but I am not positive about that. Oops, forgetted my pattern. Anyway, that's the Loved One Sal. Love Never Fails from Barbara Anna. And you don't have to do that pattern. You can do any type of couples or anniversary or wedding sampler and join that. It's no specific beginning, no specific end. Join in whenever you want to on that Sal. And I'll put that hashtag in the show notes. I started this one it's a couple days, last couple days of April, I think. This is Home for Christmas from Plum Street Samplers. It was part of one of the, I think, Dying to Stitch club kits. Tamara Bowen was kind enough to send this to me. And I have made some progress on it. Not a huge amount, but some. My house is, all I have left on the house is to fill in the rest of the red, and then of course the roof, and then I have to do the vines and the borders at the side, but I have made progress on that. These is with all the called for threads that were included in the kit on the called for linen. 36 count winter brew, I think. Yeah. And it's with DMC and Week Start Dye Works threads. But that one is going pretty quickly. And that brings us to my MAYNIA starts. Now I had decided I wasn't gonna, I did I think 15-ish, 15 or 16 starts last year for MAYNIA. And I got burned out on it. By the time I got to the end of that run of starts, I was just really manic about not accomplishing anything on anything. So I decided what I was gonna do this year is I was gonna do 5 starts, 1 each week. And my first start has been Elizabeth Weston from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. She is a beautiful, beautiful girl, and she is huge. She is 433 by 449, 77,000 plus stitches. This is the biggest thing I've ever attempted. I'm still intimidated by it, but I'm gonna try to get it done. And I have probably 2/3-ish of the first page done. I started this on May 1st. This is 36 count. Yeah, I had a brain spell. Fiddle. I can't remember. Bracken? That may not be right. I don't remember. I'll put it in the notes. 36, it's a 36 count Picture This Plus. And this is about 2/3 of the first page. That border, y'all, that border takes a while. I need to fill in, there are several more motifs here. And then under each of these little stems here, there's another one of these kind of white color berry things. And that'll be my first page. And this is the first time I've ever done a corner start. And I think I got a little close. I have about, I don't know, somewhere between 2 and 2.5 inches on the side. I've got about 3 inches on the top. I got a little bit close on the side. But I think it'll be fine because if and when I do get it finished and framed, I'll be framing up close to the edge. So I think it'll be good. It is so beautiful. I did get the silk pack. I think I got it from the Cottage Needle. I'll try to remember to list that in the show notes too. But these are the called for silks, although it is not the called for linen. Bramble is the name of the linen. Sorry, my brain fart got better there for a minute. But this is 36 count Picture This Plus Bramble, which is really the light is blowing everything out today. That's a little closer. It's a taupey, pinkish, grayish color. I'm not a huge fan of browns, so this was a better fit for me than something with a brownish base. So, oh, and this is actually why I had bought these little clips because this thing, y'all, is huge. The linen is 31 by 31 inches, not centimeters. She is a big girl. Question on this, because I've never done anything this big. And the only other thing I've done that's relatively anywhere near close to this size, I think, is probably, sorry, I'm looking at it over there over the bar. My shepherd's bush, another brain fart. Hang on. That one. Earth gatherers. And it's half this size at most. And I did it as a center start, so I didn't start from a corner. So I'm curious, what's the best way to do it? Is it to move, because I'm gonna just, this is so big that I don't think I can just go randomly. I'm gonna either have to go page, 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 page down, or page, 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 page across. I think that I probably want to go across, but I'm not positive about that. So if y'all that are experienced with samplers and with doing stuff this big, I would sure appreciate it if you chimed in on your recommendations and what the rationale is for doing it, whichever way you do it, like that. Because again, this is, I'm happy with it. I love it. I enjoy working on it. But even though I'm already working on it, I am still intimidated by the size of it. And I don't want to screw it up because it's so beautiful and I've got a fortune invested in it. So, and I'm going to be stitching it till I'm older and grayer than I am now. So let me know your thoughts on that. Is it best to work like across all the top or down all the left side and then go across, or, you know, how and why, basically. And then on last Wednesday, whatever that was, I think it may have been the 7th, I started Swirly Birds and Flowers. This was a club piece from the Silver Needle. And thank you very much to the person who was kind enough to allow me to purchase this from them. I love it. I like the aesthetic. I like some things that are more prim and, you know, prim colored, but the colors in a lot of SamSarah Designs just make me happy. And this is one of them that just makes me grin. The kit came with all the pieces parts, including the chenille and the wool and the pins to stick in the top of the drum once you've got it finished. Never finished a drum. That'll be an adventure. But I started this last Wednesday, I think. And I only stitched on it for one day. And I think I got a lot done for one day. I got, a little over half of that flower done. Well, maybe not half, because I still have to fill in the center. This is done with all the kitted parts. This is a purple linen. It's Weeks Dye Works, something or other. Stand by one. Good question. Oh no, this is 32 count. 32 count Peoria Purple from Weeks Dye Works. And this is the first thing in a long time that I have stitched with 2 strands of floss, but I wanted the bright pop. And I did a little test swatch, and one strand was not going to give me that intensity and saturation of color. So I am using 2 strands. Not thrilled about the way my stitches look with 2 strands. But I am thrilled with the color. And from a little ways back, you'll never know. Anyway, this is 32 count Peoria Purple from Weeks Dye Works with the kitted threads, which I think are also mostly Weeks threads. You would think I would have had the sense to look at that when I had it out. Yeah, they're all Weeks Dye Works threads. But having a blast working on this, really enjoying it. I will probably get back to this this week, I hope, because it actually, like I said, it's a lot of fun to stitch on just because of those really bright, happy colors. They're smiley colors. And then the last thing I started, and I think I started this Sunday. And I'm actually a little ahead of where I had planned to be for my MAYNIA starts. Because I planned 5 and we're only in the second full week of May. So, well, I guess this is the start of the 3rd week. But anyway, I'm ahead of where I planned to be. This is from the Blackbird Designs Tending the Garden book. And I got this from Teresa Vanette. She had it for a while. I don't know if she still had it. And I am doing this pattern, which is called My Grandmother's Garden. Because, you know, it's got a brick house on it, and it's got pink flowers and birds and what's not to love. So I started this, like I said, I think Sunday, I think. And I have made decent progress on it, although I'm really anxious to get into those pretty pink flowers. But I've got, the house still needs the mortar between the bricks filled in, but that's all that the house needs, that and the roof. So I've made, I think we're working on it for 2 days because it got probably an hour and a half last night and then most of Sunday afternoon. But so I've got most of the house done. So pretty happy with that. This is a 36 count. I believe this is Tycho from Picture This Plus, which is a nice neutral. It's just a beige with a little bit of yellowish, almost a greenish yellow, and little bits of bluish splotching in it. Sun's outside. It's really blowing out everything today. But anyway, and I'm doing that with about 50% called for, which are mostly gas threads, and then I pulled a few DMC and a few Victorian mottos for those I didn't have. So anyway, that's what I've had going on. I am planning to do at least 2 more starts. I'm going to do the Lower Rose sampler, which is from a Better Homes and Gardens, one of their Christmas books. And then I've decided I'm going to do that little Lizzie Cake kit, the red, white, and blue. And Jen from Jen Stitch and Knitch is starting that, I think, on the 23rd or 24th, and I'm going to start that same day with her. And then a couple days later, she's starting another one of the, starting one of the animal stacks from Plum Street. I think maybe it's hen peck, but don't quote me on that. And I have those all kitted up. I finished Goat Load, so I may start the next one of those with Jen also. And then I may start, oops, left something out of my project bag. I may start something else. We'll see. I've got all kinds of things pulled and kitted up, so I have no shortage of things available to me to start. And I need to make good progress this month because I have 3 litters coming next month, so I will be a busy bee with kittens in June. So all the kittens other than the one that went to heaven yesterday are doing great, including the little red runty boy. He's so cute. Oh, he's a mess. His name is Queso Flamiato because he's red. So, and in some associations, that's referred to as being a flame point. So I thought that was a cute name for him. But my husband has nicknamed him Mighty Mouse. And he is indeed a mighty mouse. He's got an attitude big enough to fill up the ocean, man. He is so cute. Okay, what else do I want to talk about real quick? Because I'm edging up on 30 minutes here. My haul this month, I was actually pretty good. I've got my of the month flosses from Victorian Motto, and she really outdid herself this month. There are a couple in here. I'm not sure what the next patriotic pattern I'm going to do is, but this is, she calls it Midnight Ocean, but it is a gorgeous navy-ish blue. And I think the next flag I do needs to have that blue in it. And then there's also a really, really pretty red in the other pack. So those are going to go on a flag when I stitch another flag. Nancy does a great job. I have absolutely got to stop watching Julie McConnell because every time I do, I find I have to buy something. This is Checkerboard Stag Sampler from Samplers Remembered. And I saw her stitching this and I don't have anything like that. So I decided that needed to come live with me. It's got some specialty stitches in it, but I enjoy those in moderation. I like the challenge of doing something a little different. And I love this central flower motif. So I haven't gotten anything else to kit it up. This is all I have for right now, but I thought that was really pretty. And then my of the month flosses from Silks for You came. And they are beautiful variegated silks. And I have decided that for the next couple of videos, to show how much I appreciate you guys, I'm going to give away a couple of these silks. One to a couple of different people. So two winners for each of the next 2 videos at least. So what I want you to do is comment and tell me if you've ever used silk before. And if you have, did you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it more than cotton, or is it just 6 of one, half a dozen of the other? Let me know what you think. And all you have to do is have a comment that is something about working with silk of whatever variety. And I will do the random number generator thing on that and pull a couple winners before the next video. My plan is to be back next Friday, so about 10 days from now. I've been really fluid with when I get these done lately, so don't hold me to that. But comment and let me know if you've used silk before, and if you did you enjoy it? What do you like about it? You don't like it, you don't think it's anything special. Please be over 18. I sure appreciate it if you're a subscriber. Don't say giveaway, so I don't have to delete your comment. I haven't had to do that in a while. But anyway, that's what I want you to do. Oh, and if you won the birdhouse sampler from the last video, I'm so sorry. It's still sitting on my desk. It hasn't been mailed out. I have not forgotten it. And Steve is on vacation next week, and I'm hoping for a less crazy, stressful week. So hopefully I'll get into Fort Smith and get that mailed to you next week. It is coming. I haven't forgotten you. In the meantime, thank you again, y'all, so much for coming by to visit. This is really a life highlight for me. Interacting back and forth with y'all via the comments makes my day. I appreciate all of the interaction. I hope to talk to you soon. In the meantime, enjoy your stitching, enjoy your mania, enjoy all your family and loved ones, and just all the bounty of this life. God bless y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.